What the hell is this? This pathetic lunch is basically just leftovers from last night's dinner.
Excuse me?
I opened my lunchbox in front of my coworkers and it was embarrassing. Everyone else had fresh food from the cafeteria or nice homemade lunches.
You've never complained about leftovers before. What's different now?
What's different? I've always hated these leftover lunches. I was just being kind enough to not say anything up until now. Look, my coworker Mark brought in this amazing lunch his wife made. It had imported Wagyu beef. Can you believe that? You could at least put some premium salmon in your husband's lunch. Show some effort, will you?
Since when do you care what your coworkers think about your lunch?
Image is everything at work. How can I network with executives eating food like this? Cold chicken and some sloppy salad? I was actually looking forward to lunch today, but this is just disappointing.
Premium salmon? That's not something I can just casually put in a work lunch. Stop being so ungrateful when I'm taking time out of my day to make these for you.
What? I never asked you to make lunches. You're the one who insisted on making them.
That's not true. You specifically asked me to start saving more money, so we decided that I would make lunches because you were spending too much at restaurants.
When did I say that?
I clearly told you why I wanted to make these lunches. You said you wanted to save $1,000 monthly for our house down payment, so I started making lunches to help us save money. You agreed with the idea, remember?
That was before I realized how it would affect my image at work. Could you at least make something that motivates me? This cheap lunch kills my work motivation. Mom would have a fit if she saw this sad excuse for lunch. She'd say that you're not putting enough love into it.
Oh, really?
Did you see what the executive wives pack for them? It's on a completely different level. Mom always made me amazing lunches. She never used leftovers. She always filled them with my favorite foods, and at least 3 times a week, she packed me premium seafood from that fancy place downtown.
Premium seafood 3 times a week?
Every single week. Obviously not the cheap stuff from the grocery store. Mom understood the importance of proper nutrition. She'd get it from Morin's Seafood Market, only the finest qualities.
Well, that sounds quite extravagant.
That's just normal at my parents' house. Dad runs a $10 million company, so his son's lunch has to be top-notch. And now look at my lunch. Just yesterday's leftovers. It's honestly depressing.
Oh, I'm so sorry for depressing you with my subpar lunch. But what about our current budget? Have you looked at our expenses this month?
A good wife would figure out how to make it work.
Fine, I'll start buying premium seafood right away. However, when are you planning to become the CEO of a $10 million company too?
What did you just say?
If you want those fancy lunches that your mom made you so badly, I'll make them for you. But first, why don't you provide us with the same lifestyle as your parents? Start earning the same amount.
What's with that attitude? You're making it sound like I don't earn enough.
For a normal lifestyle, what you earn is fine. But if you were expecting to live like your parents, then no, it's not nearly enough. You're just an ordinary office worker, not the CEO of a $10 million company like your dad.
Hey, you're mocking me now. Just because I'm not like my dad, I'm just an office worker.
I'm not mocking you at all. I'm just responding to your complaints.
Responding?
You're always complaining about my lunches, and you always bring up your parents' house and their ways in every conversation. I'm tired of hearing you brag about your family's wealth.
When did I ever brag? I'm just telling you how things were at home.
Every single day, Jack. Every conversation somehow leads back to your family's money. I don't even want to hear it anymore. I get it. Your family is incredibly wealthy. But I can't provide that kind of lifestyle. We can only live according to our means as a couple. We have different income and assets than your parents, so stop complaining about everything.
Shut up. Making it work is a wife's job.
Excuse me?
You're always talking back to me, your husband. Just show a little more respect to the man who's bringing home the money. Whatever. I'm buying lunch from the deli today. Who want to eat lunch made by such a disrespectful woman?
Listen here, Emma. Kevin told me everything. How dare you? You're always mocking my son and making him feel like a fool. Jack is exaggerating everything to you again, Patricia. I haven't done anything like that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm still at work. Don't you dare ignore me. I saw the pathetic lunch you made him. He sent me photos. That's not how you pack lunch for an aspiring executive. I'm in the middle of an important project. Can we discuss this later? Wait right there. I don't care about your work. My son's reputation is more important right now. What? Your attitude is ruining Jack's career prospects. He can't focus at work because of you. I've heard everything from Jack. You're always criticizing him for not being ambitious enough. I bet you expected to live a luxurious life with the son of a CEO. And now you're disappointed he's just a regular office worker. What kind of wife talks about her husband like that? I never expected anything like that, and I have no complaints about our normal life. Jack's the one who's dissatisfied. What did you say? He's always bringing up life at his parents' house. Despite being an ordinary office worker, he wants to live like he's rich, and he constantly criticizes my housework and our daily life. Of course he should criticize. It's your job as his wife to figure out how to give Jack the same luxurious lifestyle we have. How am I supposed to do that? When I was your age, I worked 3 times harder than you. Listen, Robert and I weren't always wealthy. Your father-in-law started as a regular office worker too, but I supported him as a wife throughout everything. I always encouraged and stood by him. I skipped meals to buy him designer suits. I worked part-time jobs to pay for his business courses. And thanks to my support, he's now a successful CEO. Building a $10 million company from scratch is really impressive. I genuinely respect Mr. Anderson for that. Then why aren't you following my example? Listen carefully. To have a satisfying life, you need your husband to work hard. And as his wife, you need to support him properly so he can focus on his work. But you work full-time instead of dedicating yourself to supporting Jack. All you do is mock Jack and complain. You need to support him properly and help him create a better life. So this is all my fault? Of course it is. Jack hasn't done anything wrong. Your career is getting in the way of Jack's success. Really? Do you know how much it hurts to see my son eating lunches from a deli? The thing is, Robert should just hurry up and make Jack the heir to the company. But that man is so strict about work-related matters. He won't let Jack inherit just because he's his son, and he won't give him special treatment. That's just how he is. That's why Jack had to job hunt like everyone else and ended up at a completely unrelated company as a regular employee. I know. Jack deserves better than this ordinary life you're forcing on him. But as our son, he can definitely work his way up and become successful like his father. That's exactly why he needs your support, Emma. Whether he succeeds or not depends entirely on you. On me? A wife's devotion can move mountains, but you're not even trying. Jack's told me other things too. Apparently, you make him do household chores like cleaning the bathroom. Yes, we both work, so I think sharing housework is normal, though I still do about 80% of it. Don't be ridiculous. Even if you both work, you should do all the housework. All of it? A man can't focus on his career with household duties weighing him down. You should do everything when you get back from work. Or you should just quit altogether. That way, Jack will have more free time. He can use that time to rest and recharge for work the next day. Naturally, he'll start performing better at work, get promoted, and his income will increase. If we keep this perfect cycle going, Jack could easily become a CEO. No, that's the worst possible cycle. That puts way too much burden on me as his wife. I like my job. I understand that some women enjoy being a housemaker, and I respect those women for throwing themselves into the hard, laborious work they do in the home. But I enjoy working too. I don't want to give up my job just to focus on the house. This is why your generation is so weak. You can't handle any sacrifice. You just don't get it. If you want to become a wealthy wife like me, this kind of sacrifice is expected. I never said I wanted to be a wealthy wife. Anyway, from now on, make sure you properly support Jack as his wife. He has the potential to be successful, just like his father.
Hey! Starting next month, we're moving in with my parents. Pack up our stuff when you get home from work.
What? We're living together with your parents? Why so suddenly?
Don't act surprised. You know things aren't working here. Mom and I talked it over and we decided you need proper wife training.
Wife? What?
You clearly don't understand how to be a proper wife. Mom gave you some guidance the other day, right? That you should do all the housework as a wife. That some sacrifice is necessary for your husband's success.
You call that guidance?
Mom says you've been ignoring all her calls and advice. But you haven't changed at all. You still make me clean the bathroom. That's why I can't recover from the fatigue of working. Can't get promoted and can't become like Dad. It's all your fault.
Excuse me?
You know how embarrassing it is when Mom asks about my career progress? Well, nothing's changed, so Mom finally decided to take action for us. We'll live together, and she'll give you thorough training to be the perfect wife. She'll teach you how to be a proper wife who can guide her husband to success. You're gonna learn from Mom at our house.
I'm curious, how exactly will she teach me? Did Patricia prepare a textbook, or will there be nightly lectures?
Don't mock my mom's methods. Mom says she'll start by teaching you to be submissive to your husband. Basically, you won't talk back or complain to your husband. Of course, you'll do all the housework. She says she'll teach you all the basics.
This is just about working your disrespectful wife to the bone, isn't it? If that's all it took to make a husband successful, every wife in the world would be doing it.
You still don't get it. This is for our future. Just so you know, once we move in, you'll be in training. You won't eat the same food as us, and she's preparing separate quarters for you in the guest house.
Not even being treated as family? That's basically being a live-in maid.
It's temporary until you learn your place. Mom says it'll help you understand your role better. You want to be treated as a wife, don't talk back to your husband. Once we move in, Mom and I will work you like a maid, so be prepared.
Thank you for the job offer.
What? Job offer?
You're offering me a position as a live-in housekeeper, right? You don't need to treat me like a wife anymore. I don't plan on being your wife anyway, so please feel free to treat me as a maid. However, matching my current salary is the minimum condition. And since it's a live-in position, I'm thinking $3,500 per month plus 4 months bonus would be sufficient for my salary. I'd also need health insurance and paid vacation days.
Monthly salary? Why should we pay you that much just for living with us? What are you even talking about?
Did I say something strange? You said you'll work me like a maid, so I'm just following along. I'm preparing myself for a professional housekeeper position at your parents' house. That's what you want, isn't it?
What? Professional housekeeper? Your title is my wife. As my wife, you should sacrifice everything for your family and husband. That's what we're talking about.
Were you even listening? I told you I don't plan to be your wife anymore. I'm getting a divorce, so I'm not your wife anymore.
What? Divorce? Wait, are you serious?
This isn't something I joke about. I've decided to divorce you, Jack.
What did you say?
I've already contacted a lawyer. They'll be sending the papers soon. Once the divorce is final, we'll be strangers. If you want to hire a stranger as a live-in housekeeper, you need to pay proper compensation. If you can't do that, I won't accept the housekeeper position.
Wait a minute. Why are we suddenly talking about divorce? That's not what we were discussing.
True, we were talking about moving in with your parents, a decision you and your mother made without consulting me, and with the declaration that you won't treat me as a wife, but as a maid. After hearing that, isn't divorce the natural conclusion? I was already fed up with you and Patricia, but this was the last straw. I'm tired of you both. You and Patricia's constant interference. I want to be free from all of this, and the only method I can think of is divorce.
Wait! So you're angry because we decided on living together without asking you? That's why you suddenly brought up divorce, right?
I'm not angry at all. It's just clear that divorce is our only option now.
What?
I've already packed my essential belongings. I won't be coming home from today. I'll stay at a hotel or something. I'll have my lawyer handle the divorce proceedings.
Hey, wait a minute. A lawyer? Are you seriously planning to divorce me?
That's what I'm telling you, Jack. I'll contact you through my lawyer later. Oh, but I am still considering the live-in housekeeper position, so I'll send an employment contract with terms and conditions along with the divorce papers. See you.
Hey, Emma. I got the divorce papers from your lawyer. Do you really want to end things with me?
Of course. Please sign them quickly.
Can't we talk about this? Mom's really upset.
Is that why you're messaging me? Because Patricia is upset?
You're being too hasty. Are you sure about divorcing me? I mean, think about what you're giving up. My family runs a successful business and we're wealthy. Are you really okay giving up your position as my wife?
Yeah, I'm totally okay with it.
You'll regret throwing away this opportunity. You know how many women would love to be in your position?
Then go find one of those women.
Huh?
I married you because I loved you as a person, Jack. I was never interested in your family's assets or company status. So now that I've fallen out of love with you, divorcing you doesn't bother me at all.
But, it's not possible. Everyone cares about money.
Remember our first date? You were so humble and so sweet. But you've changed so much since we got married, Jack. In the worst kind of way. When we were dating, you said your family's wealth had nothing to do with you. And I loved how you worked hard to build your own identity away from them. I loved the way you were, just being yourself. You were proud of making your own way. But after we got married, all you did was brag about your family's wealth. And every time you did, you looked down on me. I'm sick of it.
No, that's not. It's just that Dad was already running a company and making great money at my age. So lately I've been feeling pressured and…
And your response was to brag about your family while taking it out on your wife? You decided to become exactly what you used to hate. That just turned me off even more.
What?
Remember when you used to make fun of trust fund kids, saying that they couldn't do anything alone? Now, you're worse than them. At least they own their privilege. You're basically saying my rich family is my only attractive quality. I have zero interest in living a wealthy lifestyle, but you kept obsessing over it. I can't believe I fell for such a pathetic man. You're not the Jack I fell in love with anymore.
Pathetic man?
The old Jack would never let his mother fight his battles. The old Jack would never threaten to treat his wife like a maid. You can just keep clinging to your rich family forever, like a pathetic, weak parasite. I don't need a husband who acts like a spoiled child.
Shut up! You've said a lot of things that pissed me off, but now you're getting cocky. I don't need a wife who doesn't understand my feelings either. You don't understand the pressure I'm under. Everyone expects me to be like my father.
The old you wouldn't have lost to that pressure so easily.
Fine, have it your way. I'll sign the divorce papers, but don't ever show your face here again.
Finally, that's the first decision you've made without consulting your mother. Letting a woman like you marry into our family was a mistake. I was even going to give you special wife training, but instead, you chose divorce. Don't ever come near our house again. Don't worry, I wasn't planning to. You had such a golden opportunity. You'll definitely regret divorcing Jack, and you'll regret refusing my special wife training, how to guide your husband to success. If I held a seminar, it would be worth at least $10,000, but you missed out.
Sounds like a scam seminar to me. And for $10,000, people would be forced to listen to your made-up stories. Who would actually pay for that? You never guided me to success. I struggled for that success on my own. All on my own because you were never interested in being a supportive partner.
Huh? What? You're not Emma. Robert? Why are you here?
A 10K seminar? Give me a break. You never lived such an admirable life. You spent every day complaining to me and making our home uncomfortable. I just happened to succeed despite that. How dare you take credit for my success?
But, Robert? No way, you can't be with Jack's ex-wife.
Well, I am. I came to apologize to Emma for the behavior of my foolish son as an equally foolish mother.
What?
Emma told me everything about your wife training plan. I can't believe you were planning to force them to live together with us without even asking Emma's opinion. And you were going to put her in the guest house and treat her like a maid? I can't believe such things were about to happen in my house. I'm shocked.
Well, it's not like we were hiding it. You know, you're always so busy with work. We just hadn't found the right time to tell you. I was just trying to help our son.
You've always been all talk. As soon as we got married, you quit your job without discussing with me. Became a housewife, and your catchphrase became, hurry up and make more money to make me happier. For 20 years, all I've heard is, when will you make more money? I hated hearing your complaints so much that I threw myself into work out of spite. By luck, that led to my success, and now I'm CEO of a $10 million company. The nerve of you to claim my success as your achievement.
But I supported you.
How exactly?
Um,
Now I finally found a good reason to divorce you, Patricia.
what?
Your behavior towards Emma was the last straw. Call a lawyer immediately. Start packing your things so you can leave the house anytime.
Wait, Robert, why are you suddenly talking about divorce?
Because I can't live with someone like you anymore.
What?
Someone who brags about their husband's achievements like they're her own and tries to bully their daughter-in-law. Well, I don't want to live with such a person anymore.
But,
You've turned our son into a spoiled brat. Just to be clear, I won't be hiring you as a live-in housekeeper. Maybe ask Jack if he'll hire you. Now, I need to continue apologizing to Emma for this whole mess.
wait, Robert, let's talk about this. You can't just throw me away after all these years. I can't possibly manage a normal life at this point. It's impossible.
Then why don't you try building your own $10 million company?
What?
You got these amazing sports skills that you can turn anyone to a success, right? Why don't you use them yourself? Goodbye.
Later, Jack's parents did get divorced. Although Patricia received a decent settlement, Jack demanded, "Give me your settlement money. I'll use it to start a company. I'll build such a huge corporation that Dad and Emma will be shocked." He essentially forced her to hand it over. Despite Patricia's desperate attempts to support him, his grand business venture collapsed within just 6 months. I heard they've already burned through all their savings and are now living in a cheap apartment.